How's it going, fellow YouTubers and eBay resellers? Gabe Rogers back again with another episode of Nothing But Net Profit, where I like to focus on the number that truly matters, and that is the amount of money you actually get to keep. So today I went to the Goodwill Outlet store here in Nashville, Tennessee, where I pay anywhere from 79 cents to 99 cents a pound for things, and that could be anywhere from clothes, shoes, hard goods, home goods, toys, you name it, it's there. And you never know what you're going to find. It's always random. They'll take the donations in and they'll bring them in by the pallet load, and they sort of dump it in these giant bins on wheels, and they bring them in and they'll rotate them throughout the store, and you get to pick through what you want and what you can find. So it's the reseller's dream. It's the flipper's paradise, as I call it. So so I went today, as I do, at least 3 times a week. I find that the more frequently I visit a place or go out to source things to resell, obviously the greater chance I find of me finding something valuable for me to sell. So let's start it off. Here's my haul of what I found today at the Goodwill Outlet store. First off is a Michelob thermos mug. It's black, but it does have the Thermos Serve logo on the bottom. And I looked them up on eBay, and they're selling for about 15 bucks, 10 to 15 bucks. And it only weighs a couple ounces, so that was a good little pickup. I found a 1995, I believe it's Ronto is what they called it, the Star Wars figure, made by Kenner. So vintage Star Wars toys, some are worth something. This will bring me about 10 to 20 bucks profit, so I'm not too worried about that. I do a lot of toys, as you can see in my background. I got some Transformers. I do a lot of toys in my eBay store. I like them because they're small, lightweight, and they ship, first class every time usually, and they're easy to find. And there's quite a few that are worth looking out for, as far as making anywhere from $20 to $50 profit. And I've done that. You can check that on my store, what's sold. So anyways, let's get back to it. I found a Canon Sure Shot 85 zoom camera, another point and shoot film camera. If you check my last video on what sold, which was my very first episode, I've got a couple of those that sold on there. I do these film cameras quite a bit now, whereas for a while I stopped doing them, and then now I'm finally finding them really easily at this Goodwill Outlet store, and it's easy. Some only make me $10 profit, others will make me $30 profit. So it's worth me picking up regardless. For any of you guys looking to flip cameras or wanting me to do a video on that, just let me know in the comments, and I can do a video on flipping cameras for profit in the future. But these are easy to come across. Make sure, you guys, when you pick up a camera, you do your research before you buy it, because not all of them are going to be worth picking up and selling, because sometimes you'll end up losing money on something like that. So all I do to look it up is I go to the eBay app on my cell phone. I type in Canon, and then on this one I'll type in Sure Shot 85. I'll type search, and I won't look at what's for sale currently. I click in the filters, narrow down the search to sold listings, and that's how I gauge kind of what I can sell for in my store, or kind of get an idea for the market. So another thing, this is really, probably the coolest find I found today, was just an AC/DC Koozie. These are selling for like 15 bucks on eBay. It's crazy. This was made in 2005. So it's just simple black AC/DC back in black Koozie. So they're selling for about 15 bucks. And I probably won't budge on the price. Otherwise, I'll probably just use it for a nice can of Coke or something. And another, it just transformed. I got this Star Wars toy that I just pressed a button, it transformed. Anyways, it's 1995 Starspeeder from the Star Wars movies, vintage toy, which I hope it didn't break. If it did, you know, it weighs an ounce. Factor that into 79 cents a pound. I'm doing okay on that. Here's a couple baseball mitts. Sporting Goods is a very high seller on eBay. It's one of the top ranking categories for selling. So I figured I'd give it a shot. I used to always do basketball equipment. I did basketball shoes, sneakers, athletic sneakers. But I haven't done baseball gloves before, baseball equipment. I never got into baseball as a kid, so I didn't know a whole lot about them. But I've been doing my research lately, so I found an Easton glove, which you can tell if it's been used, you know, if it's stiff or not. You notice that this one's very stiff, and you can tell that the imprint, the emblem in the middle hasn't really been used, or it hasn't been worn much. So it almost looks new, and you can tell it's not very flexible right now because it hasn't been broken in. This one is definitely broken in. It folds up like a book, and you can obviously it's a lot more flexible. You can tell it's been through that catching motion 100 times. So that one's definitely used. Still, it's a Rawlings. It's a kid's glove. Probably get $10 out of this, but this is a $30 glove, and this is brand new or barely used. I'll get anywhere from $20 to $35 for this glove right here. So that's good. And this one's just gravy on top, I guess. So let's go to this is a really old camera, film camera by Polaroid. It's called the Izone, and I imagine back in the day this was kind of futuristic, where you would take the picture and the film actually is a sticker, and you'd pull it out, and then you could stick the picture on something. But the funny thing about this, I've been doing my research, and the purple see-through on this supposedly is the Backstreet Boys colorway, I believe, and so it's worth more. So this will go for about $20. And what's funny is the film for this camera is actually worth more than the actual camera. The film for it has gone up to even $30, which is crazy. But it's kind of a different thing in photography. I could see that. So that's nice. I got these Polar Optic clip-on glasses. I researched these, and they're only worth about $5. Paid $0.25 for them. This is kind of neat. It's a Quebec license plate. I do not know what this right here, I know it's French, but I do not know what it translates to. So if any of you guys speak French out there, please drop that in the comments. Tell me what that is. I'd like to know. I'm curious. So Quebec license plate. Some is sold for $15 on eBay. It's obviously an older one. So why not? I'll ask $15 for it. Light, easy to ship, first class. This one's cool. It needs a little TLC, but this is a Mickey Mouse toaster, which inside, I don't know if you can see, but it's got Mickey Mouse ears, and it imprints Mickey Mouse's head onto your toast. And I can't name too many more gadgets that are actually cooler than this toaster. I mean, Mickey Mouse on your toast in the morning. I mean, that's gonna make you smile. That's good. That's a good day you got. That's a good day is you're gonna have if you got Mickey Mouse toast, made by Villaware. I do not know how much I'll get for this. I've seen them go for up to $45 used, and I did not know this when I bought it. This is a lesson learned, that you need to look over everything you have before you actually purchase it. But the tab to pull down the toaster, it's missing the little tab. So I don't know how much I'll get for it. If I can get $10 or $20, I may just keep it because it'll still work like this. and it may just be worth that for me to have Mickey Mouse on my toast. I think I need that. I deserve that. I deserve to have Mickey Mouse on my toast. Okay. So I also got a couple koozies, couple more koozies. I might bundle all these in a lot. I don't know yet. Red's Apple Ale, Bud Light. I don't know much about them, but beer stuff, merchandise is always a good thing to pick up. Somebody's always wanting to get something like that. So I got a couple beer things today. I've sold beer signs in the past really well, beer mirrors and stuff like that. Just sell really well. There's quite a bit of following to that. So that's that. This is a North Star navigation cube. For all you gadget geeks out there, you know what this is probably. My mom has an iRobot, which is one of those robot vacuum cleaners that are real popular nowadays. And this actually it's like a GPS, and you can program your iRobot to go to different places, and this kind of triangulates a certain area that it can go to, and you can extend it by moving the cubes. So it's a set of 4. This is the 4th cube. Even one cube alone will sell for 10 to 20 bucks. So I picked it up. At first I didn't know what it was, but then I figured it out. So that's cool. So I'm about finished with this lot. I paid $26 total for this today, and I got pounds and pounds of stuff. I'll have to look at the receipt of how much I actually got today. As far as pounds, usually I'll get anywhere from 20 to 50 pounds of stuff. Walk out of there, but I only pay like 30 to 50 bucks, 20, 50 bucks. Today I spent $26, and so I've got something next that'll take care of that whole price. The rest of this will just be pure profit. This is a 1996 Saban Morpher. Now, originally I thought it was Power Rangers. And with Power Rangers, I have sold these in the past for up to $50 to $60. Here's a Power Ranger Morpher. Obviously is a toy, but some sell for $40. I sold one 2 weeks ago for, I believe it's 2 weeks ago, maybe almost 2 or a month now. Sold for $50. So these are pretty. If you can find these Power Ranger watches, those are good to find. This one's worth about $20. That other one's worth $40. This one's not Power Rangers, which I thought it was. I was born in '96, and I had never heard of this, probably because I was a baby. It's called Beetleborgs. Saban Beetleborgs. I don't know if we have any 80s and 90s babies out there, maybe fans. But it's a Morpher, brand new in the package. If you still had it brand new in the package, it'd be worth $150. This one's selling for anywhere between $30 and $80. So if I can get 50 bucks out of this, I will be one happy guy. But it's in really good condition from 1996. But like I said, I thought it was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or just Power Rangers in general. It was not. So, also, found this Jeep crawler body. Some of these go for a really high dollar. I learned about these from Bonafide Hustler. Some of you guys may know this. The reseller out of Dallas, Texas, I believe. Real cool guy. He does a lot of videos on YouTube. So shout out to Bonafide Hustler. Apologize. Shout out to Bonafide Hustler for keeping me up to date with what's trending on eBay. So crawler bodies, just the shell of some of these things go for up to 150 bucks. This one I think is more of a $20 one, but we'll see. I've got a couple others as well, but this is the only one I got today. Jeep, obviously, is actually one of the more popular crawler bodies, so we'll see. I may do okay on this one. It comes with the guts and all that, the wheel and the base, chassis, or the axle and all that stuff. It's an RC car, just the shell. So it came with all the RC stuff. But while I was there, I took a screwdriver, and you can do this at a Goodwill Outlet. At least I hope you can, because I do it. There's 3 screws that attach it, and to make this lighter, for sake of saving money and to maximize my profit margins, which I'm all about. If you watch my channel, you will know. I'm all about maximizing profit margins. So this one had 3 tiny screws. I unscrewed them there with my screwdriver that I had on pocket. I unscrewed them there, and I cut off about a pound of weight underneath this thing. So saved me 99 cents. It all adds up. Here is a Sony Dream Machine, but not just any one. It's a very old one. I would say 60s or 70s, probably 70s, maybe 80s. 70s or 80s, yeah. It's got the AM/FM radio here. All these different dials and notches and toggles and stuff, and you can set your alarm to a radio. But here's the Dream Machine. It's got the Sony, the real old Sony sticker. Says it's a Sony, so a little authenticity there. Does look like it has Sharpie written on the bottom. Guys, for the easiest thing to take Sharpie off of a product, if they write the price on there, which I have no idea why they write the price of something in permanent marker on the actual product, why they can't just use a sticker, I don't know. But you know how the thrift stores are, do that sometimes. So just take a cotton ball, dab a little rubbing alcohol in there, rub that right off. The Sharpie comes right off. Nice little trick. And so there's screws for that. I have the screws for the crawler. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. That's what I found today. I was there for about an hour and a half. I took my time. There wasn't much going today. It's hit or miss really with the Goodwill outlets. And when it comes to sourcing, guys, you have to go. You have to go often. And you can't get discouraged if you go and there's a day that you don't find anything. You gotta make yourself go again, because it's gonna be that next time or the time after that you find that thing that's worth $500 or $100. You know, every reseller's got that story of the time that they bought something for $25 and sold it for $100. Just last week, and I show on my previous video, I bought a little tiny keyboard synthesizer. I bought it for $2.53. I sold it for $140. Like I said, that's on my previous video. What's sold on eBay. That was my very first video, so you guys want to go check that out, you can. But stuff like that, you may not find that big find every day, but you can find a lot of stuff that's worth 10 to 20 bucks. And pay, $20 for $25 for all this stuff, and one thing may be worth $50, and then the rest is pure profit. And then, say if each one of these things worth 10, 20 bucks, that's $200 for this lot right here. If you put it into that perspective, it makes things a lot easier, I believe. To comprehend, and it motivates you to use that as your viewpoint. So go out often, and if you don't find anything, tell yourself next time I'm going to find something, and just go home, research what's selling, kind of broaden your horizon. You don't just be to one niche. Kind of learn more about, research different brands. Just go to what's sold and look at what is sold on eBay in the past 90 days or past 30 days, and really educate yourself on what is selling right now on eBay for you to make those quick, fast flips. And what we want is to maximize our profit. Then in turn we can reinvest it back into our business. Alright guys, we're in this together. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for stopping by. Stay tuned for the next video. Alright, and I'm out. Thank you very much.